Hey guys, welcome in. So the first thing I really want to share tonight is something that I started doing a long time ago when I was really trying to just take my mental thinking to another level. So I started out with working out little habits in my life to really enhance my brain function and along with feeding your brain, you also have to train your brain just like any other muscle, and it's a muscle in your body. So, the way you lift weights, the way you go on a treadmill, the way you do push-ups or sit-ups, same way you want to flex those muscles of the brain. So one thing I started out doing is I like to do this right in the morning, starting right with a good habit. So what I do is when I go to brush my teeth, I am normally right-handed, so I tell myself, brush your teeth with your left hand. So if you are right-handed, try it with your left-handed, try it with your right. There you go. The idea of this is to really get your brain to hone in on something that you kind of take for granted, that you just do normally, but then you start thinking about it. So you start using your brain in a way that it's not really designed to do, in the sense that your brain is meant to just kind of coast through some things, something you just do, brush your teeth, whatever it is, wipe your butt, something like that. But the idea is you start thinking about it. Use your left hand, it's not your dominant hand. So when I first started doing that, I put the toothpaste on with my right hand, so then I didn't get toothpaste spilled everywhere. My wife loves that. So the cool part is that you start using different muscles in your arm, in your hand. So my wrist felt a little weird, felt a little different. I was trying that. I was brushing my teeth. And then also the accuracy. When you brush your teeth with your dominant hand, you get around the molars, you get up and around the gums easily. So it's all these little things that your brain starts thinking about. Because me, I don't have the most straight teeth, but I do like to brush them a lot, and I like to take care of them. So what I noticed is that the brain was starting to tell me, are you getting here? Are you getting this area? So then I start thinking and start, cognitively thinking about what I'm doing. So this use of the non-dominant hand is really like a balancing act to allow your brain to think about, ways to really open up and, growth. And just like you would do a dumbbell stretch with your arm, you stretch your brain, building muscle, repetition. So after a while now, I brush my teeth just as good with my left hand as I do with my right. But now I'm thinking about it, and then I start taking little habits like that further on. So when I come home or leave for the day to lock my door, instead of using my right hand as the key, I use my left hand. Now you guys probably think this maybe is silly, why would you even do something think about something, something more in life, as if we're not already stressed enough about stuff to do in life. Why would we add more stress? Like, now I gotta brush my teeth with my left hand, or I gotta open the door with my left hand. Adds a lot. But what you wanna do is you really wanna train your mind to say, like, this is going to open up my brain to think about things now. Think about what I'm doing, because you don't want to be an autopilot for all your life. You don't want to always just sit there and just let yourself coast. You want to be living the moment. And if I could give any piece of advice, being a father of 3 kids that are running around, being in the moment is one of the most important things. And just like with the training of little habits, being in the moment is so important, because you have to train yourself. Sometimes I'll come home from work and I'll just put myself on coast, get things done. But when I'm in the moment, I look at each smile, look at each laugh, I look at the kids as these beautiful human beings, that now I'm focused and in the moment. So this is just one tactic to get your body and your brain to think about being in the moment. And what it does is it really just improves this muscle and uses neuroplasticity of your brain's ability to just cognitively think about what's going on. So anyways, try this out for about a week, see how it goes, and maybe then go on to doing something, whether it's eating with a non-dominant hand with your fork or something like that. But just try little habits, and you could even do these things with emotion too. I tried one too with my wife that she works from home, and so she's home with the kids all day. So I just made it a little bit of a habit to, when I come home, to say, honey, you look beautiful, and stuff like that. So I did those little things, but I started to make it a habit. So then I started to really think about it. And not that I don't think my wife's beautiful, and she's a beautiful mother of my kids. But what I'm trying to say is, you start really looking at the beauty. You start being in the moment with the beauty, and it's just a really cool thing to experience. Anyways, well, thank you for joining me with this first video, and I do appreciate it. I will be showing as many as I can. I'm going to try to do one as often as I can, but I'll let you know. This is going to be cut short for the Instagram, and then I'm going to put the full video on YouTube under my channel, and you can subscribe and take a look at the link below. Anyways, thank you. Have a good night.